Over 76,000 immigrants come to the United States illegally to better their livelihood. This is my trend talk, Make Becoming a U.S. Citizen Cheaper and Less Time Consuming by Christopher Garcia. Why migrate to America? There are many reasons why different immigrants would come to the United States, like our natural resources. The United States are the 7th in the world for the most natural resources out of 195 different countries. Also, the economic prosperity. Different countries like Mexico are affiliated with gang violence and corruption. To find work. People come to America to find work because either their pay is too low, and to better their living situation. Many countries are in poverty, like Africa and most of Mexico, and also to reunite with loved ones. Many families can't afford to send all their family to the United States, so they have to send them one at a time, or just one separately. Why do I think the U.S. should make it cheaper to become a U.S. citizen? Because many of my family members came from Mexico. My dad, my 4 aunts, and my 3 uncles, and also my grandma. And they still remember the exhausting experience of getting a U.S. citizenship. My dad had to rely on my mom's grandfather to help him with the money because he was impoverished at the time. That is why many immigrants rely on different people because it is very expensive to become a U.S. citizen. Why become a U.S. citizen? If you become a permanent U.S. citizen, you have plenty of rights that only a green card would not get you. A green card is one of the least you can get to have work or something, but that's limited. Like no need to renew your green card. You have to renew your green card after a certain amount of time, and with a permanent citizenship, you will not. Less risk of deportation. If you get in law trouble, you're almost guaranteed to get deported back to your country. Your country. And also easier travel and re-entry into the United States. Any immigrant would not have the freedom they would if they had a permanent membership in comparison to a green card. Coming to America isn't cheap. It is very hard to become a U.S. citizen legally. One can only hope to gather enough money, like my dad did. And most immigrants come from financially unstable environments. To only receive a green card, the least you can do to be in the U.S. illegal, it will run you back $6,500, where the average pay in a month in Mexico is only $843. That would take almost a whopping 8 months to become a U.S. to have enough money to sign up for a permanent membership. 8 months might not seem a lot, but to immigrants who have been harassed by their local government and gangs, that feels forever. The time-consuming process. It is not easy becoming a U.S. citizen or even getting a green card. It may take years or even decades to have enough money or pass the test you have to take if you want to become a U.S. citizen. There's a very grueling and time-consuming process to receiving only a green card at minimum. The immigrant must show he or she won't become a public charge of the government, must pass a medical exam, and in many cases get a sponsor who will attest to accepting financial responsibility for the immigrant, like my grandfather did for my dad. In most cases, must get out of their location immediately because of financial difficulty or corrupt society. A corrupt society might be very dangerous because they might be tied up with different kinds of gangs. Making it even harder to become a U.S. citizen. In recent years, immigrants have become a hard point for our government. They would like to make it harder for them to become a citizen. Many people of the executive branch are trying to make it even harder to even come to America. They want to charge a fee of $59 added on onto the fee to become a U.S. citizen. Although a small fee, many of the immigrants come with nothing. Immigrants usually come from a financially unstable country like Mexico or Uganda. I'm not saying to make entry tests any easier. I'm just saying that most immigrants do not have the capital to become a U.S. citizen, and mostly do not have the time to go through the process. Also, immigrants want to come here legally, but they can't due to our system in the United States.